Last week, I was invited out to California for an all-expense-paid 2-day trip to test out the Canon R1, the company's latest flagship mirrorless camera. They put me up in a nice hotel, fed me lots of great food.
Beef jerky on Krusties, croissants, pistachios, you name it, we got it.
It took a group of us to 2 different beautiful locations to learn more about the R1 and to get to test it out.
I should have been a rally car racer. So cool.
But as grateful as I am to get to go on these trips, as grateful as I am to be invited to go on these trips, saying yes to them is a really tough decision for me, because money and experiences can have a real effect about how you feel about a product or a brand at large. And I've just been thinking a lot about my personal ethics as a creator. So I want to take a moment to walk you through my decision-making process. And although my process might evolve and change as I grow, I think it's important that we set some ground rules so you know what to expect around here. I'm Becca. I usually take tech outside. This video is a little different, but I really think it's important. So let's start with brand deals. I think that most folks understand that brand deals are a major way for creators to make a living. And you've seen 2 of them on this channel already. But I have a few rules for what I say yes to. First, I like to personally vet a company to make sure that I feel comfortable with my audience spending their money there. And second, you cannot buy a review of your product on my channel. When a company buys ad space on your channel, it usually comes with strings, like language that you have to use and approvals you have to get. And if a company has any level of control over a review of their product, then there's no way as an audience that you are getting an unbiased review. Not to mention that money just carries energy. For example, if this water bottle company pays me to review this water bottle, say it's, I don't know, $10,000, I'm gonna feel pretty damn good about this water bottle. It just got me $10,000. And then if I have to send this company my video before it goes live and they have to approve it, well then I'm gonna work towards an edit that they're going to approve, right? Anyway, no paid reviews on this channel, that's just... Okay, let's talk about brand trips. At the beginning of this video, I was talking about how I got invited to Palm Springs on Canon's dime, and I went on this trip because it was the first opportunity Canon has given me to use its latest flagship camera, the R1. And using this camera informs a lot of my reporting on all other cameras. It was also a great opportunity to meet some really incredible photographers and get to learn from them. But I did walk away from this trip with a new rule for myself. I will not be reviewing the device that the trip is centered around on these trips. Because 1, these companies want you to have a good time, and 2, they set you up for success. They bring you to beautiful places with models and professional athletes and professional drivers, and you quite literally can't take a bad photo while there. So all reviews are gonna be in my space on my time. For hands-on time, this was super helpful. But I often say no to these trips because I don't really need to be in, I don't know, London to learn about a smartphone. Okay, let's talk about speaking engagements. I hope to do a lot of these. And although they are typically held by companies that I cover, I plan to say yes to a lot of them because 1, I wanna get better, 2, I wanna meet all of you folks, and 3, typically these events are not about specific products, and if they are, I won't be there talking about them. An example of something I'll say yes to is this week. Actually, Sony is hosting an event here in New York City, and I'm going to be doing a talk with Casey Neistat at it, which is so exciting and cool, and I can't believe that I get to do this. But yeah, we won't be talking about cameras directly. I will not be endorsing Sony products. I am there to have a conversation with Casey about being a creator in front of other creators, and yeah, I'm super looking forward to that. So now let's talk about gifts. I am sent so much swag and free stuff, and I am loaned gear, and sometimes I really worry about the environment and how much plastic and packaging is going into these things. But when I say yes to receiving something, I also always say this: I cannot promise coverage, and if I do decide to talk about something, I'm going to say whatever I want about it. That one's pretty plain and simple. If you send it to me, it's out of your hands now. Okay, that's everything I can think of now. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything else that we should talk about. I'm happy to chat. I also said this at the beginning, but I'll say it again. I'm growing and changing every day as a creator, and there's a lot of gray area in this world, and I know that at some point I'm gonna do something that you disagree with. But I hope that when that happens, we can have an open dialogue about it. Yeah, because we're all just people out here trying to make a living. and that living wouldn't be possible without you. So I want to end this by saying thank you so much for being here. I believe to my core that a strong audience that is more of a community than an audience is worth its weight in gold. And yeah, I just wouldn't be doing any of this without you. So I appreciate you, bud. I hope you're well. And I promise we will get back to normal tech stuff soon. I just want something that I can always refer back to keep me accountable and let you know what you're in for. So, okay, that's it. I'm done. Wow. See you on the next one, bud.